couch pushers, you can put stickies here. Try to kill their med when they walk over or are sacking heavy or something. You can put them over there. You can put them on roof and whatnot. You can potentially, if the heavy likes to stand on here, you can put them there to try to catch the heavy standing on it. But yeah, other positions on defense. Your sniper can play. Generally, he's playing in tunnel. Sometimes they also play up here. In terms of other plays you can do, you can put like your heavy scout in a house and have them come out and kill couch pushers once the couch gets to like here, just to stall for a little bit more time. But the majority of your team is going to be holding in tunnel, right? So your soldiers can be playing on roof for the at least for the start. If your heavy's not on house, you can be here revved up, try to shoot bombers. Demo's kind of just spamming people. Gun is in the tunnel. Medic is in the tunnel. And Pyro's playing around the gun and medic. Some engineers like to put their gun on second and not even bother setting up on first. Technically you can, but sometimes when you do that, you get a retard Pyro that walks in and does this and kills your med. So, if you're going to put your gun on second, it makes your team have to be a bit more careful on first. But yes, the defense isn't really complicated. Generally, you leave the apps once the card's about here, or maybe even a little bit sooner. The only time you would stay in is if their sniper is dead and your sniper is alive. If you have the sniper advantage, you can just beam your sniper in tunnel and have your sniper hard deny the card here, while you can get a bit more aggro and fight it from tunnel. But if their sniper's alive, you just kind of leave once it gets to there. And once their sniper spawns, you again just leave. Some other things, if you want to, you can put the tele entrance here and the tele exit back here to make it faster for your team to rotate. They don't have to do that, but it's something you can do. It also helps with moving the gun. But yes, that is defense on first. If you fail to cap second and have to hard hold first, your best bet, if you have to like hard hold it, your best bet is to put some players here on the fence. Alternatively, you can play more aggro from tunnel. If it's only like 40 seconds that you have to hold it, you can just play aggro in tunnel and like hard deny the couch from back here. Yes, any questions about the defense of first? Alright, okay, so first, offense. If they're holding first because they failed to cap second or whatever, and they're like actually holding on the fence, what you do is actually, sorry, one thing I forgot to explain is why you don't hard hold first. Just basically because standing here is really easy for soldiers to sit on this roof and spam you out. It's really open to sniper, and as you leave, you can get caught out by bombers over the roof too easily. So it basically results in your team getting wiped, which means you get rolled into second, which is bad. Right. So first offense. Assuming they're doing the normal hold, you generally just run sacks over the roof. So your soldier would sack over the roof. Your pyro can also potentially sack, or they can be on cart. Your demo can help spam players on roof. He can sack as well if he wants, or he can drop into the trench, waddle over here, and spam into the tunnel like this to try to kill a gun or whatever. Now, heavy can be on cart, or heavy can do this. This is a head glitch for heavy. I'm really short, and I'm not a heavy, but you can head glitch on either the log or on here. Can I be heavy? Apparently, it doesn't want me to change classes in spawn. That is a scam. Okay, here we go. Yes, I am fat Buddhist man. I lied. You can't head glitch here. You stand here and do it. And you can catch out players standing on the grass there. Alright, and then I said, why am I even going back? I'm just gonna die either way. Yes. So you have your sackers and whatnot, your pyro can bomb, and then you want basically all the other players on the cart. Your medic stays in spawn. So you put your like engineer, scout, whatever on cart. Snipers generally on cart as well. Things to note, check for stickies here, check for guns there. And then during the round, like pre-round, you should be watching through these shutters here, whether they're putting players in the house, where they're putting stickies and whatnot. Try to call if they're sending players into the house. Also, something to note for players in the house. You can shoot, like, if a heavy's standing up here, you can shoot players down there. You can shoot through this crack and shoot players down there. I think you can shoot through this one as well, yeah. So you can kill players underneath here pretty easily. Like, if they're trying to check house and you're playing up here, you can just kill them. So yeah, but on offense, make sure your spy or whatnot is checking this house to make sure there's no hideous in here to kill your cart pushers. And then in general, note that the sniper is going to be hard watching you from tunnel. And then make sure your sniper doesn't die to spy. If your sniper dies to spy or players in the house, lets their sniper hard contest the cart, which can make it really hard to get good cart time on this point. If they are hard holding first, you bomb your soldier onto the roof here, right? Just repeatedly just spam them out, hard spam them out. If they're putting players on the roof to prevent that, your demo just stands here, takes beams with your pyro, you reflect stuff, and you just do this and knock them off the roof. And then once you have your soldier on your roof, he's just spamming them. Your demo comes up on base jumper, gets a buff, places 2 stickies. And then assume I have base jumper instead of no clip, you just do this. And that's basically all you have to do. Heavy can also walk up here. And this, you can shoot players if they're close to you, just over here. Yes, any questions about first offense?
Is base jumper not banned? I thought it was banned.
Base jumper is not banned. You can use base jumper. I don't know about on soldier. It's definitely not banned on demo. I'm pretty sure it's not banned on soldier.
I'm pretty sure it is banned on soldier, actually.
I don't know. It might be. I might be dumb.
It is definitely not banned on soldier.
I'm brain dead then.
Okay, yeah. It might be in 6s or something, but it's definitely not. Definitely not on demo and Highlander, and apparently not on soldier and Highlander. But yeah, it's really good on this point, and this is the only time it's ever practical to use. Actually, maybe you could get away with it on Vigil. But yeah, basically, yeah. Any other questions? Right, so second defense. So you're holding an apps. Right, this is the one-way shutter. It's closed. Also, funny spots that I'm obliged to tell you about. You can hide up here. And you can hide up here. Very funny. Not very practical, but very funny. Alright, so as for positioning, note that if you need to leave, this door opens, and this door also opens, so you don't need to do this. You can just leave through one of these, and it's safer, and you don't die. Also, that opens too. So there's like 3 safer exits than going through main. Right, but so positioning. Generally, your gun is either here, or here. Your dispenser is generally here-ish, maybe here. Your medic, if your medic wants to be safe, they can play down there. If they don't like playing down there, they can play up here. Just be careful of sniper inside tunnel if you're playing up here. I would say it's probably better for your medic to be down here, but some medics don't like being down there.
Also be aware that if your medic does play down there, if the spy is using the enforcer or the ambi, they can 2-tap your medic from the doorway.
I don't think enforcer can 2-tap your medic.
It does.
Would be
I've
72.
Done it
it's 72 plus 60. It's 72 plus 60, which is
Maybe
not
it's a
150.
screw tap then. But still, you need to be aware that your medic can die really quickly.
Yeah, Ambi could definitely do it. But yes, if the spy pistols them and has guard to your aim, they could get pistoled. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen, but I guess it is technically possible, yes. But yeah, be aware of it, I guess. If it's happening, you can just rotate your medic up here. Other positioning, your pyro is playing on these stairs, ready to just stuff their Uber, right? Your demo is playing down here, and he's jumping to get vision and calling when they're about to Uber, and just kind of denying the door. You put traps on the door, and then just spam pipes, and jump to see when you need to open it. Sorry. Alternative positioning is demo can play back here, and spam the door from back here pretty well too. And this is where you can play here if your medic's down there, or if they're up there, it's fine. And then if you're down here, just be aware of spy. Your pyro is not checking for spy, really, so be aware of spy. Other positioning, your flank is in tunnel. Their big thing is they just need to deny the other team's flank and not die. So especially a sniper inside tunnel is very, very bad. So you just kind of need, as flank, you just kind of need to deny their flank from doing that, and then you're good. You don't need to kill them or anything, just deny them the space of sniper here, or soldiers here sparing the gun, or minis here wrangled into your gun. Just deny them the space. You don't need to kill them. Because your spawns are longer than theirs, so dying is very bad for you. And then also, as flank, make sure you're playing together and taking fights together so that you're not constantly dying in 2v1s. As for spy can be doing a couple of things. Spy can be like chilling somewhere stupid, like up here. You can be chilling up here, calling where their team's rotating, or like somewhere stupid over here, whatever. Or they can be playing with your tunnel, flank and tunnel, or whatnot. In higher divisions, it's definitely good to have them calling rotates. If the other team just is dumb and always pushing apps, calling rotates is pointless because they're always in the same spot. So if the other team's always going to apps, you can just kind of go for picks or whatever. Sniper, a couple spots for sniper. If you can play back here on these pipes, you get up here by being up here, and then you can make this jump and stand up here. This is decent. You can also just play in apps, like up here. Play on the stairs, or back here, in apps as well. And if there's snipers and apps, it's generally a good idea to bring your sniper apps. And then also, I forgot to mention Heavy. Heavy is chilling here, out here. He's hiding, staying healthy for the post. He is helping shoot people in tunnels, and he can also play here in posts. He can also come here for posts. But the big thing is he's just staying passive and not eating spam, because it's really easy for your entire team to stand here and eat spam and die. So he's just kind of not eating spam. Yes, any questions about the defense? Right, that sounds like a no. So offense, and I'm going to come back to a couple of things on defense once I explain some things on offense. But for now, it is offense. So offense, you have capped the cart. What you want to do is if they stayed in late, you want to go straight apps to see if you can get in fast. But assuming they're smart and left, you want to bring a combo in the tunnel for a little bit and just hard push the cart so that your flank doesn't die and not push the cart, so that you have nice cart time. So you kind of push it to around here-ish, and then you leave and go apps. And so you're leaving and going apps. So generally, I like to just solo pyro into apps. You can bring your demo if you want, but if you bring two people in this choke, people tend to get dropped, and it's hard for demo to do things in this choke. Like, he can stand back here and spam, but it's hard for him to actually do things if he's Ubered all the way in. Like, this doorway is atrocious for demo to try to turn, and standing here, he just kind of dies to spam. So it's better to just solo pyro. And then what other people are doing, your Heavy is staying healthy, ready to open the door, and kind of watching for spy, and your demo is seeing if he has the opportunity to safely spam into them to help out during the Uber a little bit. So, if your Uber is good, like you get a couple of picks, you can try to refight, take the post fight in apps, but generally your Uber is going to just be an exchange. They're going to right click, the pyro is just going to stand here and right click, and your Uber is trash, and you get nothing. And then you want to just leave and rotate main, which I will explain in a second. So, other things you can try to do to make your Uber better. You run Flog on first, you build Flog, and then you pop Flog. Things to note, don't pop Flog against this wall. They can see the little circle right there and call it early. You can also mask the voice line of the taunt. I don't know if Discord has audio, but for the people actually spectating me, if I do that, you'll notice that the taunt is basically silent. If you play a voice line right after you taunt, you cancel the voice line so that they can't tell that you're flog taunting. Other things you can do, you can just solo, your Flog just walks in by themselves, makes them fear, makes them use, and then you Uber in after their Uber fades. But generally, you're just going to be taking a straight exchange and leaving early and not getting anything, and that's fine. The big things are, make sure not to feed your entire combo to trying to exchange your apps, and make sure your Heavy and demo don't die to spy or spam. You want to, and make sure your players can get out, because if your Heavy and demo die to a spy or spam, then your medic and pyro get trapped and die. So make sure they're watching for spy and make sure they're ready to open the door. And for Heavy, like, don't rev and peek it. Just literally hold out Fist of Steel and open it, and don't even bother trying to peek it unless it's called that the Uber is good and you're trying to fight it. And so generally, in order to a good Uber would be you kill two of their combo classes, like Heavy and Demo, or Demo and Pyro, or whatever. So, rotating to main, what it looks like is you leave your Pyro and apps, and then you bring your, basically everybody else main, so your Sniper needs to be here to contest their Sniper, your Heavy, Demo, Medic are main, and your Medic's kind of chilling here until they get a Sniper pick. And then, importantly, your Engineer, Soldier, and Scout are inside tunnel. It's pretty important that they're here to get that extra angle on the gun. Your spy can either go for a sap on the gun, or they can stand. See if I can do the jump. Nope, I'm bad. You
Don't jump, just
What am I
walk
doing?
off. Don't jump.
just walk off. Am I dumb?
Just walk off, yeah.
I'm dumb. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You can stand
Yeah.
in this window. You can stand in the window and shoot the gun with the enforcer, and it just melts
It's
the
really
gun.
cheeky.
Yes. So if you do that, coordinated with your combo, pushing through main, pushing through side tunnel, you can kill the gun very quickly. And so once the gun is down, your flank kind of floods in. Your soldier can bomb up here. Your scout engineer get on the cart. Your combo floods through main. If the sniper's dead, the med can come. And then, so what you start doing, the heavy's goal is to stand over there. He's standing here and killing anyone who drops. Right, so he's standing here, they can't shoot him unless they drop. And if they drop, he shreds them. The demo is playing here, doing this, and you're just nuking the people in apps doing this. Alright, you just keep doing this, they keep getting nuked. And you're just getting massive cart time doing this. And so if they rotate late, they basically just die. And like once the demo is here, he calls for the pyro to come in, and so they're all looking at you. The pyro comes in, and now they're getting pincered between demo spam and a pyro walking at them, and they kind of just die. So things to note: make sure your med lives. So like your engineer can stay with the med if they fear spy. Make sure they're not peeking the sniper. Those are the two big things that'll get them killed. And then the other big thing is make sure you are focusing the gun. Make sure you have players side tunnel. Ideally, make sure your spy is shooting it. Because if that gun does not die, you cannot walk. And as for demo, you can't really shoot the gun effectively. So it's kind of on your teammates to shoot it for you. Because in order to shoot it, you have to like get to here, at which point the gun is either dead or it's killed you. So, but yes, that is rotating main. And if it doesn't work and your med lives, you just rotate back to apps, take another exchange. And doing this is generally a lot more productive than standing here, waiting 60 seconds for Uber, using through the choke. They'll probably right clicks, you get nothing, and then leaving and waiting another 60 seconds. So it's generally significantly better to rotate main. So that brings up the question then, what do you do if their team is rotating main? So the big thing when they're rotating main is your spy needs to call it. So that's part of the reason you want your spy chilling up here or something, calling their rotates. Because if you call it early, they get kind of stuffed. So what you do is you leave your pyro watching apps to watch for pyros or whatever feeding apps. Your flank is just living and spamming their, like your flank can literally just stand here, give up, slide down a little bit, and just shoot them around the corner. Like completely living, but just nuking their health so that they can't really contest the gun very well. And then your demo and heavy, your demo is kind of just standing here doing this to the players in main. Your sniper, if they're in apps, rotates out here to fight them in there as well. And your heavy can rotate up here as well and start shooting them in tunnel. And so if your combo gets that early call and they rotate into them and start fighting them in tunnel, you can deny them pretty well. And it makes it a lot less effective. It's still probably more effective than bashing your head in the choke, but it makes it less effective. So the early calls on that are important for defense. And also, if it's called that the spy is living in mansion and being a pest with the enforcer, that's kind of on the flank to rotate over there and help your engineer out. Like a scout can literally just leave tunnel and hunt the spy for your engineer a little bit. Yes, any questions about second, offense or defense?
What was the proper time to push through apps when solo is pyro? Was it when Dim was spamming the sentry or when he's getting into it?
So what you wanted, the idea is when you're shooting the sentry, the combo in apps is not too concerned. When the sentry is down and the players are like flooding into main, then the enemy combo in apps is concerned and they're rotating and they're looking away from the choke and they're looking at the players on the ground. That is the time you want to come through apps, because that is the time when they stop watching the choke and they start shooting the players on the ground.
All right.
So it's the time when the demo is about here doing this.
All right.
And so you have no way of knowing when that is. It is on your demo or somebody in your combo to tell the pyro it is time to come in.
Okay.
The best thing you can do is stand here behind the choke looking lonely and wait until you don't see anyone. You can kind of see them through the window here. See, how well can you see them through this window? You can see them reasonably well through the window. The problem is they can see you. They can't shoot you, but they can see you. And so it might make them leave a pyro, it should make you a lot less effective.
All right.
But yeah, so it's better if you're hiding over here and they call it for you, but you can also look through the window if your team's comms aren't great.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions?
If you're pushing second and your team is like pushing through main as medic, should you stay like on the left of the tunnel, like not crossing it?
I mean, here?
Yeah.
So if the sniper is dead, no fear. If the sniper is alive, you fear. And so if you're worried about spy, have your engineer stay with you. Engineer with a pistol shooting the gun over here is really good, but it's worth saving your med if they need to rotate. So yeah, so you're basically just chilling here with your sniper, hard tanking your sniper, your engineer's over here protecting you from spy, or if the spy's dead, the engineer can just go monkey, that's fine, whatever. And then hopefully your sniper can win the SVS because he has hard beam, and so if he wins the SVS, that is the time you can commit to this. Because the sniper's dead, there's nothing that can kill you except the spy, so just be aware that spy exists, and you will not die.
I was thinking of maybe playing near the pack instead of
Over
playing
here?
on the left side, so I can like buff flank while I wait for sniper.
Interesting. So,
You can like get passive by going to
I
the
think
back.
you cross back here is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Is that a sight line from back here?
I hope not.
So, the spy can call this for you, whether or not the sniper's here, because this is a less common sniper spot now. It used to be more common. No, yes, I can barely shoot your feet if I have aimbot. So no, it is
Jump over
not
that.
practically a sniper sight line. If I stand over here. Now this is starting to arguably become a... Maybe if you stand at the back. Realistically, if you get shot through here, the sniper is aimbot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's probably fine to cross back here. As for whether or not you should, it is probably a good idea, I would actually say. Because
Alright.
you're a little bit more vulnerable if your team is getting collapsed on. But if your team's getting collapsed on, they're bad. And you can just leave through here. So if engineer can play closer to you and still kind of play side tunnel, and you have a pack, so yeah, it's probably pretty good to play over there. Yep, any other questions?
Yeah, as demo man, will I be playing in apps?
At what time?
Apartment. When we're pushing in through the tunnel.
No. You would
Okay.
be playing here. You can't really shoot the gun. You can try to charge stickies at it, but it isn't particularly effective. If you trust your flank, you can come flank, but I found that tends to result in me dying to scouts. So I think it's better if you just stick main, let your 5 other classes shoot the gun for you, and then you have everything loaded to do this and nuke their combo. This is a very powerful spam angle. If they are staying in apps and slow to rotate, they are dead and have lost immediately. Because they just ate 2 pipes each, and they're dead. Any other
Okay.
questions? Oh, I guess, did that answer your question first?
Oh yeah, it did. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, any other questions?
Wait, actually, I have one question.
Yes.
If you exchange an app, is it and you like die as medic? Is it viable to run crits?
Offense or defense?
Offense.
I'm not gonna say it's not viable, because I mean, if you just crits and you do this, you might kill them. But also, if you don't kill them, then you're just kind of stuck here doing this, and you wasted 40 seconds. So I would say it could work, but it is not a dependable thing to do. It would be inconsistent. Which, I mean, if your team is stuck and is unable to push it, it can be something that could break the stalemate. But it could also waste a minute of time. So, yeah, that's generally how crits works. Is it's a bit more inconsistent.
I've also heard the one strat that one of my mentors told me was after you exchange and get their Uber out, you can build Uber on Fist of Steel with heavy, and you'll get Uber.
Yes, yeah.
past
So
it.
that's something you can do. That's one. It's like an off. So the problem with that is if the other team has brain cells, they can do the exact same thing, and then you're back at square one of exchanging in apps, right? Because it's pretty obvious when the medic's doing that. Right, your spy can call it the medic is just hard beaming a heavy, so it's very noticeable. On the other team, if they have brain cells, they call it, hey, they're hard building, and then they hard build, and then you're even again. So it's an off meta strat. I want to say off meta. It's a I don't know, like a play you can try to do that has a chance of working, but I would not rely upon it. If that makes sense. Yes. Any other questions? Right. It sounds like we've run out of questions, so I will be moving on to third. So third, there's 3 places you can hold. You can hold bunker, you can hold platform, and you can hold red room. If you hold platform, you die. If you hold the other 2, you're fine. So the reason platform is bad is basically it's just your medic stands here or they die, and if they stand here or they die, a soldier bombs them and then they die. So it's just kind of bad for your medic. And also, it's just for your entire combo, it's really open and easy to die as sniper, and you have bad angles for contesting them in red room. So it's just in general not a great place to be. So the 2 real holds on this map, you can hold the bunker or you can hold red room. Bunker is a passive hold where you just hard deny cart. Nobody leaves from under here. When I say nobody, I mean nobody in your combo. Like gun is like here, your demo's kind of just spamming. Your heavy is playing on the left over here, so that he's closer to cart and can shoot people on cart. Your medic is generally playing. Your medic can play more forward, but if you're fearing and thinking you're going to lose, your medic plays back here so that they can just immediately leave. If your medic is playing back here, you need your pyro on these stairs, because if the medic gets caught here by a soldier with no pyro, the soldier bounces them and they die. But if the pyro is here, it's very safe for the medic because they can just immediately leave and live. Alternatively, if you're not about to lose, the medic can play more forward and just kill people. Your sniper plays down here as well and contests their sniper. Playground up there. And in general, the entire point of this hold is that it forces them to drop out of the high ground to fight you, because there's almost no way for them to be on the high ground and fight you. And like they can try standing up here. Try I can get out of the walls. Try standing up here and doing this, which it sort of works, but the heavy just kind of starts shredding you, and it's not really optimal. So it forces them to drop down to exchange into you, and it allows you to hard deny cart. So this is the hold you generally want to do if you lost a bunch of players on second, or if the cart is right there. The more aggressive hold is you hold in red room. Actually, the flank, so the soldier scout, they're kind of playing up here, right? So some funny spots. These aren't really funny, but like soldier can play up here, right? Hop along these roofs, and just kind of nuke the people walking through. And just kind of in general play passive and just live in deny space. So they can shoot to the window from this corner, right? Actually, this is also funny. You can shoot through these as well. I can't do it as demo because it's a bit harder to do as demo. But as soldier, you can shoot through these. Just note that the rocket comes out below your crosshair. Yes, so the big thing on the flank is just deny their sniper. And scout can kind of be running around on the low ground if they want to, denying the lower entrance and playing for card as well if they want. Because in here, the scout kind of gets mulched by soldiers. As does your own soldier. So you basically just want to play outside again, play passive, play for your life, and just deny them peeking the exits. And that's true whether your combo's in red room or whether they're in bunker. Right, so red room hold. Note that this door will be open, as will that door and this door. Once second is gapped, those all open. But if you want to get here early, you can jump through this window. So positioning. Your medic stands here. When I say here, I mean you stand right here and you do not wiggle, you stand right on this vent. You cannot die to sniper here. Note that you're hiding from there, you're hiding from there. So you're very safe from sniper here, unless you move. If you move, you kind of die. So the difference between this in here and this out here is that it's a lot harder for a soldier to bomb you, basically. It's the big difference. And it's a lot harder for them to spam you from main. So other positioning, your heavy is playing here. He's rotating between... Right now he's hiding from sniper and supporting your demo. Right now he's peeking the sniper but denying cart. Heavy can also jump out here and play up here to deny cart even harder and stay healthy during exchanges into your set. If the other team exchanges into you. Demo is playing basically here. He's putting traps here and also up here. Spamming down here. He can also put traps up here, right? So he's just denying the entrances. And if they try to walk into here, it's pretty easy to just kill them with your traps or keep spamming it, right? As they try to walk in, you can just play back here and keep doing this, and they just kind of keep dying as they walk in. And if your heavy's also here shredding them, it's very hard for them to walk in. Other classes, Pyro is kind of playing behind, making sure Spy doesn't get through here, and supporting Engineer, who's playing out here. Engineer is kind of playing, the gun is either here or up there. Another thing I've heard that Engineers do is that they run minis on this point, because it's very easy for soldiers to spam out their gun from playground. So they run minis in his playground and help their flank deny it, which is somewhat viable. But generally, you'll see a gun like here or here or something if your combo's in red room. Yes, that is defense. Any questions about defense?
Where do I play it as demo? Just to make sure, double check.
So if your
With the
team
engineer?
is playing red room, you're playing around here, denying this, and also you can rotate and help deny count through this window if you need to for whatever reason. If your team is holding bunker, you're playing down here, and you're just denying the card. And also trading spam with your combo if they're up there or in there.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions about their defense?
How do you
Where am I
exchange at
supposed
this
to?
point?
Sorry, you
class?
can go. Where do I stand as heavy? I had to go AFK for a second.
Okay, heavy, if your team is holding in red room, if you want to support your demo and not peek sniper, you play here, you shoot people there, and you help shoot people there. If you want to shoot cart, you play here, note that you're peeking sniper. If you want to hard deny cart or stay healthy from Ubers, you play here. You don't want to live here forever, but if you're expecting cart sacks or whatnot, or stay healthy during Ubers, you can play here and just shred people on cart. If your team is holding bunker, you play down here, like right here, you play here and just deny cart.
All right.
Yep. And I think there
Thank
was
you.
one more question as well.
Yeah, how do you exchange on this point?
On offense or defense?
Defense.
If you are in red room, you would, and they try to use into you, you just use on your pyro and demo, and you just blast them into the corner and push the keys at their feet. Generally, if they exchange into you in red room, they just kind of die, because this is a really tight choke. They get stuffed in the corner really easily and just going to die and eat spam. If they try to exchange in main, you generally want to just keep the high ground. If they have players on cart at the same time, you can like Uber your demo, Uber your heavy, and just shred the cart. Or if they have no cart time, you can just kind of not stand at the window. If you're in bunker, the only way for them to exchange into you is to like drop a heavy or demo of pyro into your face. And if they do that, you just Uber your pyro and stuff them backwards.
Wouldn't it be better just like live on that point instead of exchanging? Because when they
Um,
cap, don't your spawns get faster?
I do not know if your spawns get faster when they cap. It would be a judgment call at the given moment whether or not you want to just let them cap. Like if the cart's right here and you think they're going to cap it even if you use, you can just bait the Uber and leave, that's fine. If the cart's like all the way back there, obviously you want to use the Uber and contest it. So it just depends on what the cart is, whether or not you want to do that. Did that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, any other questions? Right. Okay, so offense. So, if they're playing red room, do not push red room. You die every time. You are now dead. You are gone. You push main. So what you do, you can just Uber through main, get some players on the card here, just exchange into them, shoot through the window, make them give up this space, make space for your cart pushers, and just get cart time doing this. Because if you notice, they're passive and denying the cart, right? Not denying the cart. So if you can just make space for your cart pushers, notice how short the track is, you can cap it pretty easily. Which is why I was saying if they do have cart pushers, you need to use on your demo or heavy. And if they do that, then you can just either leave because you made them use, and then refight by basically doing a cart sack, or you can try to blast them out of the window or whatnot and take the Uber in anyway. Alternatively, if they're really dumb and not holding red room well, you can exchange through here. It'd be like a demo pyro. and your heavy could be up here for the post. But generally, that's gonna only work if the other team is dumb. Alternatively, if they're holding bunker, then you do go red room. You play up here. You can spam them from up here a little bit to soften them. You can walk through this door, or walk all the way over here, shoot them like this. You can put a soldier in here if there's no pyro and kind of shoot. Soldier or heavy, both of those are good in here, and shred people standing here. And then if you want to exchange them, you just like have your heavy jump and get Ubered, and like right here. It's probably better to just walk off. You just do that, and then your interface is a heavy, and you just shred them. And then the post Uber would be you get players on cart, you stand up here, you spam them, while your heavy continues to just pound them. So those are the exchanges you can do. So the other thing you can do, which is very effective on this point, because again, note how short this cart path is. That is incredibly short. Is if you don't have Uber, you run cart sex. And so what that looks like is your pyro stays with your medic, so that your medic doesn't die to like a scout or whatever. And then the rest of your players, your soldier can be up here, right? Soldier or whatnot can be up here if you have space, shooting the gun up from up here. But like your demo heavy, scout, engineer, whatever, are all on the cart. The spy can go for a sap on the gun, and you all focus the gun. Or if the heavy's playing along this wall, you focus the heavy first, and then the gun. And so you call it focuses, all shoot the same thing. And then once it's dead, you move to the next thing. So like focus after the gun, you focus the demo or heavy or whatever. And you just all sit on the cart, and you all push the cart as much as you can. And you can get pretty significant cart time, and oftentimes cap by doing this. The things you want to look out for when doing this are make sure your med lives, make sure that your pyro is with your med, and that your med is not overcommitting. And make sure players are not fearing. The entire point of the cart sack is that you all die for the cart. So if all your players fear to walk in, they're dumb. They need to just walk forward and stand on the cart and die. That is the entire point. So what will oftentimes happen if your team doesn't trust each other is they'll just kind of stand in the choke and not push the cart and die, which is pointless. The goal is to walk forward, push the cart, and die. So don't fear the damage. Just eat the damage and push the cart anyway. You'll get pretty significant cart time off of it. And then your soldier can be up here spamming the gun. I think I said sniper. Also, sniper being an apps. If your flank can, so like your engineer, soldier, scout can get your sniper into apps up here, playground, whatever. I call it apps, but it's playground. You can have pretty nice sight lines onto them. So it's very good. Yes. Any questions about offense?
Can you go over like the callouts between third and second?
Could you clarify what you mean?
Like not on the points, but like between. It's like I think
The callouts.
yeah, like the paths you can take to like go into like because the red room has.
The paths
I
or the
don't know
callouts.
like any of these.
So this I call this red room. This is apps. So I don't know. My team doesn't have a call out for this. I would just say they're coming from apps.
We call that Death Quarter.
Yeah, that's a pretty apt name.
Because
for it,
snipers can shoot all the way down from apps.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty apt name, and if you walk in, it demo kills you. Yeah, so Death Corridor, that's fine. And then, yeah, as for the paths you can take to get here, so you're saying paths from second into third. You can walk through here, that's one, that's another one. You can go main, you can go over here. And then you can, from first, you can also go from here through here. And also, I should mention, the fastest rate of rollout is you come up here, go through here, and then you're here. The only thing you have to watch out for is snipers watching through there. But if there's no snipers or anything, you can just walk through here, and it's the fastest way for your classes to get here. And so if they're playing in bunker, you can just walk into red room quickly. If they're playing in red room, you can just walk down here or drop off of up here, and then you're in main or ready to push red room or whatever. Going through tunnel is way slower. And so like a teleporter here, it lets your flank go playground easily, and it lets your combo go here easily. Yes, did that answer the question, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, any other questions about third? This is sounding like a no. This is good. So fourth. Generally, fourth defense, that is. Fourth gun goes here. Your heavy is playing around here. The heavy's goal is to deny head glitches. If their heavy gets into a head glitch, they need to die. And so the goal of the defensive heavy is to make the offensive heavy peek them. You want their heavy to peek you and be less healthy so that you win the heavy v heavy. At distances like this, the head glitch doesn't make a huge difference. It'll make like a 50 HP difference, but if their heavy's peeking you, they should be 50 HP lower anyway, so it's fine. Demo, note that you cannot shoot through this crack. This is like the one crack on Swiftwater you cannot shoot through, which is good for defense, bad for offense. So, but as demo, you can look through it and get vision through it without peeking anything, and you can use that to spam stickies over the fence and hit them, right? So this is a it's a good spam angle because of how safe and how good of vision you have. It'll only do plink damage on them though, because of the angle. You're dealing like 40 damage a sticky, which is fine. If you don't fear sniper, you can hard peek it a bit more, deny space, harder, and this will do more damage, but you're also easier to kill. I think I already said gun is here. Sniper can be playing around your combo, or they can be playing more passive up here if they don't fear spy. Your flank is denying garage, so for garage you can jump from here. Probably gonna miss the jump and look stupid, but you can do it. I'm gonna trust that you know the jump. You can jump from the crates into here if you're not trash. And so like soldier or scout can both do it, then open the door for the other one, whatever. They can play in the garage and buy this for garage. Or they can play outside a garage and just kill anyone walking through. Shoot snipers peeking this window. They can, and then like your soldier can stand up here. He can just bomb up under the fence and shoot players down here and whatnot. Those are all things I can do. Medic is generally just chilling back here, not peeking things. I would avoid standing right here, because this is a spam angle on offense as well. You also have good vision, and these stickies are doing 100 damage to anyone behind the fence because of the angle. So avoid standing right there. If the other demo has brain cells, you will get mulched. It's better to stand a little bit behind, not so behind that you peek the sniper, but like here is fine. You're eating less spam, but you're also not really peeking sniper. So what rule of defense is just to deny this space. You rely heavily on your sniper to help deny the space, and the big thing is once your sniper dies, don't let the heavy get into these head glitches, and if he does, immediately focus the heavy out of the head glitches, because these head glitches are very powerful for the heavy. And so you just kind of shoot the heavy as he tries to walk up to the head glitch. Once he gets in it, your demo and your heavy focus the heavy, and he dies. The gun is basically just to deny boundaries. Any questions? Actually, no, I should say. So if you lose players and you lose space on grass, you're generally holding in ramp, or you're trying to refight out of ramp. If the cart is like there, you cannot refight out of ramp. You do not have enough time, unless you have like big player ad or big Uber ad. If it's an even fight and you're on ramp and the cart is there, you have lost. You should leave. If the cart's like back there and you're on ramp, it is potentially fightable. But so what ramp looks like is you just kind of, depending on how aggressive you are, you can have your demo spamming players off of the high ground. Your heavy would be trying to get into this head glitch. You can test players on grass and whatnot. So that would be the ramp. It is generally not a good idea to push out of ramp. You just have too much low ground. They have like a heavy head glitching here killing you. They have a demo spamming here killing you. Once you've lost the space, it's hard to take it back. And if you have enough time that is viable to push it out, there's better ways to come back out. So the better way being, you come out of spawn, right, and then you come up to these stairs. So actually, this is spawn. You walk over here to these stairs on the right. You come up through these stairs, and you bring your sniper with you, and with your combo, and then you have a nice sniper sightline denying everything, and then you can refight from up here and have high ground on them. And it is much, much better. You don't eat a bunch of shit and die. It takes longer, but in order to push out a ramp anyway, you need significant time. So it's generally safer to do it this way. And it doesn't really lose you anything, because if the cart's there, you don't want to try pushing out of ramp. You'll feed players and get caught in. Yes. Any questions about fourth defense? It's sounding like a no. Very nice. So, fourth offense. Let me be sniper for a second. I want to show you a very amusing angle. Move over here. Yes. You can peek through here. And you
I
can
don't know if
shoot
they
things.
changed it, but you can actually shoot between the fence and the wall as well. Like if you like leave outside of here,
You mean like here?
yeah, you can shoot through that.
Oh, yes. The dot is going through, so I believe you can. Yes, you can. That's also funny. The difference is you're more visible like this. But yes, so yeah, this is a nice sight line. This gives you the other side as well. So yes, very nice, very nice. So those are some nice sniper angles for you. And then obviously you have the standard ones, you know, peek garage, peek the window here. But those are lame and get you killed. Because the big thing with the this one is you're really, really hard to see. You're just like in shadow. So, alright, so for the combo classes, a big thing on 4th is their sniper, right? If their sniper is alive, you're going to have a hard time pushing the point. So, generally, your flank, your sniper, and your spy should all be trying to kill a sniper. So, like, your spy can go for pick on it, your sniper can try to take the SVS, your flank takes space in garage for you. Your soldier, if... Okay. I'm going to demonstrate a jump poorly, but you will get the idea. Right, so your soldier can be here. If their flank is giving you the space for it, you can just kind of do this, right? And go through here onto the large pack. If their flank's not denying you, you can get through here pretty fast, and then you can kill snipers up here. And if you're not bad, you can just kind of go straight through. Even just like hitting the I don't know what the term would be, hitting the rocket on the ground, pogo or whatever, and being over here and faster is fine. And that can be useful killing the sniper up there. But yeah, killing the sniper is important. And once the sniper is dead, you basically walk your combo along the right wall. You hug the right wall. And just kind of walk up. And then you tank your heavy here as medic. You just tank your heavy. And your demo stands behind your heavy. He can spam over this. Right? Use the little peek there to get vision. Spam over this, try to get kills. You can also call focuses on people peeking either side to try to kill them. And so what the goal of this is to get your heavy into this head glitch, basically. This head glitch is also fine. But generally the other one, this is a better head glitch, but it's easier to get your heavy in the other one, and it's faster. So it's generally the one you want to go for. And so, but the important thing is before your heavy gets in that head glitch, their heavy needs to be low or dead. If your heavy tries to peek this head glitch, he will be unhealthy because they're shooting him, and then their heavy will be healthy because he's passive, and he peeks this, and he dies. That is bad. So your heavy, before he peeks the head glitch, you want to be standing back, make their heavy aggress into him, and then you and your demo focus the heavy. Kill the heavy, or make him low in fear, and then your heavy gets in the head glitch, and he just gets like hard arrow tanked. And then your demo stands behind your heavy, you call focuses on the players on grass, kill them, and whatnot. And if this is an exchange, you can just use on your heavy right here. Use on your heavy demo right here, and it's fine. Things to note for other classes. Your flank, do not bother with pushing the cart until their team is no longer on grass. This ramp is horrendously long. You getting cart time on this ramp means nothing if their combo just takes the point back 10 seconds later. So what you want to do as a flank is you want to just ignore the cart and just collapse on them from over here. And then once they're pushed out, then you get the cart up the ramp. Other classes, soldier can bomber the combo for post. That's fine. Pyro is just kind of deflecting spam, watching for spies. Medic is there tanking the heavy. Yeah, so I think that covers most of that. Then what you do, once you deny them the space on grass, your demo and heavy can start getting forward and deny them space on ramp. So your demo is kind of spamming the spawn, shooting the players down here, your heavy is head glitching here, and just calling focuses and forcing the players out. Things to note for demo, shoot the gun before you start aggressing. You're hitting the gun like this, so just shoot the gun if it's there, so you don't walk into the gun and die. Don't forget that as you're walking up, you can be spamming over the thing here, and call focuses with your heavy and whatnot, so that you can kill players peeking you. Especially denying the demo early, getting the demo unhealthy early is important so that it can't deny your players walking forward. If you cannot kill their sniper because you are bad, or if their sniper just has aimbot, you sometimes just have to have your spy call where the sniper is and just try to walk up anyway and take the exchange. Sometimes your medic will drop doing that, but if you can't kill your sniper, is what you have to do, pretty much. So if you hug the right wall, you can use a little bit late. Like this, you peek him for a fraction of a second if he's on the right. If he's on the tree, you can just tank your sniper and choke, and he should die. So you just kind of hug the right wall and hope he doesn't shoot you if you can't kill him. Yes. Any questions about 4th offense?
You 7-man sack on offense if they have like full ad on defense.
You can. If you're sacking, you're not sacking for cart time because again, this ramp is atrocious. You're sacking for med. The goal would be to force the med. Yes, you could do that. Or alternatively, if the cart is like back here, you could do it as well. But you're not going to cap the point doing that. You're just going to get cart up to the ramp, or you're going to force or drop the med. Yes, so that would be viable. Any other questions? Great, sounding like a no. I'm going to be moving faster because we have 5 minutes left. So, last, Heavy plays on the light. Heavy can walk. Actually, Heavy can play on the light. This is a head glitch. Heavy is taller. I promise you can shoot this. Heavy can also walk along here to deny cart. Heavy, if you're expecting sacks, Heavy can play over here, deny the ramp, deny the cart from a different angle. Heavy can also sit on these barrels and shoot cart this way. Just don't drop down. Stand on here, and you can get back up. Demo, you're playing back here, spamming the cart, spamming through here, spamming through here. Sniper is generally going to want to play up here, or down here. Gun can go here. Gun can also go up here. Guns up here are very, very powerful because of how hard they are to shoot. And your sniper can be toxic and just hide in the gun and never lose the SVS because they're shooting the gun instead of him. Your flank is generally playing around up here. I call this smoke because there's a smoking sign. This is paint can because there's a paint can. So those are just callouts. So your soldier is generally playing around here, denying this. Your scout can be playing around up here as well, denying this space. Or your scout can be playing down here and just kind of chipping people on the cart. Your soldier can come down here as well, just kind of rotating around here, denying space. Medic is just kind of playing here. Pyro is kind of spy checking. I don't think I missed any classes. Spy can be calling rotates, or they can be going for picks, whatever. If they exchange, let me cover what offense is doing first. Offense is their goal is to get their combo into tiles or red room, whatever the hell you want to call it. Here, to do that, you send your heavy or not heavy demo or soldier or pyro or something through here, and then they hop up here, and they let in the rest of your combo up here. Do not send your medic over there. They will die. They will be dead. They will be gone, and that is sad because there'll be a trap here. There'll be a sniper here. Because I forgot to mention it, but this is a sight line. This is a massive sight line. You can shoot heads through here, and it's very sad. And like soldiers can linger here also. This you can shoot through this. I don't know why you can shoot through all these cracks in Swiftwater, but you can. This is good for soldiers. Soldier can just like beam people walking through here. I guess sniper could play here too. Actually, that'd be pretty funny. So yeah, that's what you do. You open the gate, let people in, and then what you were trying to do is put your heavy in center window. I call the center window. He stands a little bit back, helps focus gun and whatnot, make a little bit of space before your Uber, and your demo can stand here and just kind of spam into the combo from back here, or he can arc it higher and shoot the gun and whatnot. You can also, if you trust yourself not to hit this bar in the middle, you can play in the center window, but sometimes you do that and it's very sad. So just be aware of that. I am trash and cannot play center window, but some demos can, and you can play with your heavy then and support him. So the goal here is once you soften them up a little bit, center window, your heavy backs up, stays healthy, watches for spy during the Uber. If they're playing on the platform, your pyro just blasts them backwards a little bit, and then you Uber on your demo, you stay on high ground, you shoot the gun if it's up there, shoot the gun if it's down there, force the medic, and then you back up. And then in post-fight, you get players on the cart, and you keep doing the same thing if heavy peeks into window and you spam over here. Also, I forgot to mention, this is also funny, soldier can play up here and shoot through here on defense. Other things you can do on offense is if you don't have Uber, you can sack that cart. 7-man sacks on this point are very powerful. So first of all, you walk down, everyone take a buff, you walk down, you start shooting the gun. Make sure you focus the gun. Again, do not fear, the goal is to die. So you just kind of 7-man sacking with the cart. Once the cart gets close, spy, make sure you're tapping the cart just so it doesn't roll backwards. Also, a fun fact for you, spy. Even if somebody's standing on the cart and you tap it, it moves. A very, very minuscule amount, but it moves. So if you, when I was like dead ringer and repeatedly tap the cart, it'll keep moving a very slight amount. So if it's like hanging over the pit, you can cap it even if they're standing on it. And it's very funny. Other things you can do during the sack is demo a soldier. You can try walking up here so that they can get a better angle to fight them. But the majority of your players should be pushing the cart. On defense, what you want to be doing, it's your heavy's job to be denying the cart primarily. So if the cart is close, heavy is standing on top of the cart. Note that I say on top of the cart, not behind the cart. On top of the cart is harder for you to get headshot. Also, do not fall in the pit. It'll happen, and it's very funny, but don't do it. So yeah, heavy's denying the cart. Even if the cart's like back here, it's still the heavy's job to like play around here, deny the cart from up here. If you're expecting sacks, you can play over here, deny the cart from over here, and whatnot. One sec, sorry. Oh, alright, sorry. If they're playing center window, make sure you just, if your heavy's playing on stoplight, make sure he's calling that they're peeking center window early, and then your demo is rotating to help fight that. If they're coming from over here, and they try to Uber through here and jump off, your pyro can just stuff them in the air, and the Uber is trash. Your demo can be counter spamming through here. I think that covers most everything. If they come through paint can, and they Uber through paint can, you just kind of back up, and the Uber is trash. Yes. And if the heavy dies, and the cart's close, you need like a pyro or something to jump on it. Any questions? Sorry, I know I went through that pretty fast, but that is sounding like no questions. Okay, well, if there's no questions, then good luck with your scrims,
Thanks for
and
coming.
see ya.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go. You guys have fun. See you guys later.